What's up, guys? How's it going? It's John, and in this video we're going to take a closer look at a brand new Super Nintendo game just recently came out. And it's published by a company called Retrobit. They've done a lot of other clone consoles, and this is kind of their first foray, as far as I'm aware of, as far as publishing actual games, individual games. This is a first of a number of games that they've actually recently came out with for both the Super Nintendo and NES. I'll show you the other ones in future videos. But this is called Conan Mac, the Ultimate Caveman Collection. This is an official licensed product by Data East, or a lot of people may say Data East. I prefer Data because, you know, if you're a big Star Trek Next Generation fan, I'm sorry, but it's called Data. We'll just leave it at that, but I digress. This is Conan Mac 1, Conan Mac 2. There's a game called Congo's Caper. All three came out for the Super Nintendo. All three are really fun platformers. If you haven't played these games before, I encourage you guys to check them out. Conan Mac 2, actually, for the Super Nintendo, is a pretty uncommon game. It's actually really highly sought out. It's actually one of the top, I think IGN, out of 100 top 100 games of the Super Nintendo, they ranked it number 61, so it is one of the better games for the system. I believe a loose cartridge of Conan Mac 2 will go for about $80 alone. This set sells for $35. So what I'm going to do is going to do an unboxing. I'll show you what's included in this set. Also show you some gameplay, of course. We'll go from there. Here's a closer look at the case itself. I used to love Conan Mac 1 when we were playing growing up. It was based on an arcade called Caveman Ninja, the arcade, ported to the Game Boy, NES, among other platforms. And nice box. Let's open this up. This is not an official licensed product by Nintendo. I just want to give you guys a heads up on that. It does come with a sticker, Trinosauurus. He's one of the first dinosaurs in the first game you actually climb on. Here's the instruction manual. Opens up. Okay. It does come with 2 pins. Conan Mac, Conan Mac, Conan Mac, and then it has and then this is the cartridge itself. Because of this nice sleeve here, notice that they have its own unique cartridge mold. I'm assuming this will work on PAL games because of the way that, you know, the cartridge is molded, so it should fit in PAL consoles. I'm not 100% confirmed on that. It doesn't say anything on the website about it, but I'm assuming it is PAL compatible. There's a board. Here's the back. Very cool design. Notice this, though. This is interesting. So I tried to plug this into my Hyperkin, which is a competitor of theirs, and this is the Superboy, and it doesn't even plug into it. Can't get it to work on that. Plug in. Obviously, I think that's probably intentional. Also will not play on my Super Nintendo HD clone console by Gamerstech. Both 2 of the games will work, 2 of the 3. Conan Mac and Congo's Caper will work, but the Conan Mac 2 will not work on the HD Super Nintendo, at least the one I have. But it does work on my normal standard Super Nintendo just fine. No issues there. Let's power it on and check it out. So when you turn on the game, you hit start, and you can choose between your 3 various games. This is an officially licensed game by Data East, or the company who now owns the trademark, and the company Data East and all the rights, the games. Congo's Caper is technically a sequel, although he plays a different protagonist. I'll show you, this is Conan Mac. This was ported to a number of different platforms, including obviously Super Nintendo, Genesis, Game Boy. I think the Amiga had a version. The overscreen kind of levels there was kind of very similar to like Mario style, Mario 3. This is a port of an arcade game by Data East called Caveman Ninja, which is actually a pretty fun game as well. This is one of the better home ports of the game. This I'm playing as Joe. You can play 2-player simultaneously, which is really cool. In this game, that's a lot of fun. There's various weapons, including boomerangs, and there's like fire, and there's stones, and you have like this super jump where you spin in the air and all that good stuff. Actually, the sprites in Conan Mac are some of the best sprites I've seen on any Super Nintendo game, including a lot of the enemies, all the bosses. The music's a lot of fun too. The hitting sound effect and all that kind of gets annoying. You know, it could be a little bit better, but overall it's a really fun game. It's fairly common to find on the Super Nintendo. It's not a super rare game for the system, but it's definitely one to check out. These mini pterodactyls can be kind of tough sometimes. And the jumping is a little floaty when you jump, so you gotta be careful. Some of the levels, including the first stage, are a little short, but the game does get challenging later on. Here's kind of your leading up to the first boss. But look at that Tyrannosaurus Rex there. It's a really cool sprite, very detailed. Love the attention to detail. Here's Congo's Caper. This came out in 93, a year after Joe Mac. The only port of this game, this was not based on arcade like Joe Mac. This is technically a sequel like I mentioned before. But this only came out for the Super Nintendo, so it's a Super Nintendo exclusive. I hadn't really played this game growing up, so I'm not really too familiar with it. You play as this kind of monkey / human boy hybrid, and so when you get hit, you turn into like a monkey, but you have a tail as well. It's kind of strange, but a lot of the same enemies, a lot of the same characters from Joe Mac. Obviously, the theme is obviously very similar, Caveman style. I really like the music in this game as well. There's some different enemies there. I'm not quite sure what these little eggs do. They give you gems, and there's some type of slot mechanic where you can get slots and stuff like that. You can see I got hit once, I turned this monkey now. If I get hit once again, at that point, I'll die. So I haven't really played this game much. If you guys know much about it, let me know what you guys think. Again, this video is not really a review on these games themselves, but it's more a review of the overall cartridge. There's a power-up. This is a typical platforming game for the Super Nintendo. Of course, the last one is Joe and Mac 2. This one is also a Super Nintendo exclusive. This came out in 1994. And there was actually an arcade called Joe Mac Returns, which came out in the arcade. It's a sequel of the arcade game, Caveman Ninja. That game is more of a single screen, almost like a Bubble Bobble style gameplay. Much different than your typical platformer as you see here. This one's a little bit different too because it takes small, like, role-playing elements as well, with power-ups and stuff like that, and there is no super jump that you got with the first Joe Mac. That is not here in this one. You just have a regular jump. There's different weapons. You can eat meat and spit out bones, but a lot of the enemies are similar. Obviously, you have Joe's here and all that good stuff. You can eat these things and shoot out bones. It's kind of strange. Doesn't really tell you how many you have. Again, this game I hadn't played as much. I played through Joe Mac 1 growing up. I hadn't really played much through this one. This is a more uncommon game for the system, as I mentioned before. This one will retail $80 to $90 loose. So if you want to play this game on your regular Super Nintendo or any console, this might be a good cartridge to get for $35 because you get this game plus the other two. Not a bad deal. Thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate you taking time to watch this video. Thank you so much for subscribing and liking this video. Leave a comment below. Let me know what you guys think. We'll see you guys soon. Take care and game on.